Hell, oh God. Check. Oh, hold on. What the fuck is going on? Oops. Check. No. Check. No. Well, wait. Why do I even have? Wait. That route track kind of went hard. Hell yeah, it did. Are y'all hearing an echo, or is that just me? Oh wait. There. Is that it? No. What the fuck is going on? Just me? Okay. Well, that's easy to fix then. Hello. Ha ha. There we go. All right. Your voice does seem kind of low, though. I don't know about an echo. Voice seems low. Interesting, because it's a little low. Blah, blah. Oh, I don't know. We're already peaking in the yellow. It's. Oh, it's fine now? Okay, cool, 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 cool. All right. God. My whole setup is like wonky as hell for some reason. Anyway, let's get into this. That rock track was going tough. The name is in Japanese, so I have no idea which one it was. But I have got my first two games sorted, reordered, and we're gonna tier list game 3, and then the characters from Ghost Trick, and we'll hop into some investigations. Okay, hello, Sweet Apple. How you doing? Hope y'all are having a beautiful Friday afternoon. I'm doing pretty good. Feeling better, and just kind of still working on my printer. It's 2:14 p.m. in Chile, so it's the afternoon. Damn, 2:14. Damn, I didn't expect there to be that much time difference because it's the same like not quite same continent, but like same latitude, longitude, which not, but you get my point. I didn't realize it was that far off time zone wise. Damn, because yeah, it's 11 here. We just getting up. Wow, we are all over the place. 9 p.m. for Kev. All right, well, let's not waste any more time. Let's hop into this. So 3-1. Okay, now let me see. Let me pull up a list so I can see which cases are which cases. Well, I hope you're having a beautiful Friday night, Kiv, and a Friday morning for you, Sweet Apple. Thank you. Thank you. Hope y'all are having a fantastic Friday yourselves. All right, here we go. 3-1. Oh, wait, I see. Bum, bum, ba-dum, ba-dum, So that would be Turnabout Memories. Oh, that's a good one. I would say, I know it's only a tutorial, but I'm kind of tempted. I didn't rank the Trials and Tribulation cases yet. No, I did not. I'm not sure what happened, but I think I just got distracted and forgot. But this one I'm thinking, even though it's a tutorial, I'm kind of tempted to put it in great because the whole like flashback sequence was really dope. I really enjoyed that. And then we got the Mask to Mask one, which was awesome. But do I put it as best? This is the question. There were so many super memorable characters. 3-1 would be put in good. This basically starts the whole crazy Dahlia Phoenix arc starts here. Yeah. I agree, but I think because it's a tutorial and still manages to do so much and be so engaging and compelling, I feel like it deserves to be in the great, even though it's not as good as the other two in that category. I feel like on the merits of it being a tutorial and being that good as a tutorial, it deserves it. It's a tutorial, yes, but it provides a lot of context for the final trial and backstory. Exactly. So that's why I'm personally putting it as great. This one I'm kind of torn. I really liked this case. There were so many good characters. The Mask to Mask one is in great for me, like how new it feels, even though it's also a murder case. The robbery part was nice and new too. I agree. I think I'm gonna put it in best. I think it's one of my favorites, honestly. It was great. The characters were so funny. I'm still working on my printer. I'm trying to get my Z offset now. I've got it level. got it level finally. It took all day. But it's not quite there. Anyway, I put my tier list in Discord, so I'm not gonna repeat it here. But yeah, 3-2 is great. I did see that. Yeah. I didn't look because I didn't want to influence myself too much. All right, so 3-3. This is the kitchen one. This one was pretty silly. It was fun, but very silly. Damn. I think I'm gonna put this as a great. Did lots of characters, but I don't honestly remember a ton about the case itself. Just a few like characters that were standouts. 3-4. 3-3 recipe, I would put it on good. The only third case that doesn't suffer from third case syndrome, and actually good third case, I have played Serenade yet, Kev. So I don't have any opinion on that third case yet. Fake Phoenix is great. Fake Phoenix is great. Honestly, Fake Phoenix is probably one of the funniest characters they've introduced because it just completely he's in so little of it, but it completely colors the entire case in the funniest way and causes so much chaos for Phoenix. It's hysterical. And then let's see, the next one, 3-4. That's Recipe for Turnabout, right? Oh no. That's the one we just did. Right. Turnabout Beginnings, is that the no, Bridge to Turnabout is the one. And then the final one. You have a New York accent for Larry Butts. I could see that, but Furio Tigre is 100% New Yorkian accent. Yeah, for sure. He probably very like classic stereotypical mobster. He did New Jersey for Tigre, if I remember correctly. Yeah, I think I was in that. I think I was somewhere in that vein, tapping into it a little bit. But yeah, Larry's got like a very stereotypical like Brooklyn accent. Same with Gumshoe. Let's see, Morgan Fay's trial. We didn't see that. This list has like a bunch of other ones. Let's see. I think the next one is it Turnabout Beginnings or Bridge to Turnabouts? I think Turnabout Beginnings is the next one. Fourth penultimate episode. Yeah. Okay. Bridge is 3-5. Right. Okay. So this is the, let's see, 3-4. Right. Okay. 3-4 is the other flashback one. Okay. Damn, that was pretty good. I'm not gonna lie. I feel like I gotta put that in great, especially if I'm putting this in great. This one has to be. And then this one, by far, is my favorite case to date. Like, all of these were great, but 3-5, that was a hell of a case. That was a hell of a case. Like, wow. The way that the entire trilogy had built up to it, there were so many references to earlier cases. Truly peak. It was genuinely everything I would want out of an Ace Attorney experience. Is the best ending for a trilogy. I agree. They absolutely bow ended that perfectly. Godot stole the show there, and you got to play as Miles there. Literally Miles Investigations before it became a thing. Yeah, seriously. They cooked so fucking hard with that, genuinely. So I definitely gotta put that in best, unquestionably. So yeah, there's my tier list for y'all. Hope that I didn't do any too egregious rankings. Shu Takumi cooked with that case. He absolutely did. So let's get the Ghost Trick one up now. Let's review the characters. Very respectable picks. Awesome. Very cliche that the final cases are always the best ones, but I don't care. I mean, they have the advantage of all the additional context. So it is a little cliche, but you know, cliches become that way for a reason. But yeah, I definitely think they benefit from, you know, getting to leverage all the context of cases before them. So the other cases are kind of at a disadvantage because they're inherently build up for that final case. Funny enough, I'd say this isn't true for the games after Ace Attorney 3, but you'll see. Oh, we will see. Very interesting. All right, so this is the sickly little daughter of the what's his title? The Prime Minister or something like that. Where is he? Where is he? This guy. She's a pretty good character. We don't see a ton of her. There's a guy that looks like Hecton, like looks a hecton like Nick. Oh, this one right here, yeah. I'm gonna give her B. You know, when she's on screen, she's all right. He's based on him, yeah. She's all right. Like, doesn't really blow me away per se, but not a bad character by any means. Beauty, I remember. Beauty is an interesting character. I feel like I have to rate these two as a pair, you know? Because you never see them separately, really, for the most part. This guy has a short, like a bit where he's on his own, but I feel like these two go as a pair. And as a pair, I like them a lot. I think they're really funny. I might give them an A tier. You know, they're a little bit better than average. You know, maybe I should move her down to C. Like C, just kind of neutral, inoffensive. And then these two, I think I'll put in a B tier because they are pretty funny. I really enjoyed their dynamic quite a lot. Ace, I'm gonna give him a C. Again, he's not really a big part of it, but I love the cameo. I think that's a lot of fun. I mean, this is the first A tier. This is easy for me at least. Or is it S tier? Hold on, let me think. Cause damn, he really had me thinking that he was a traitor. Like I was fully expecting him to stab us in the back. I think I'm gonna have to give him S tier. The twist with him was really good. That I did not see that coming at all. I was shook. I'd say he's an entertaining character too. Absolutely. He's very entertaining. He's got an awesome character design. His arc is just so good. So yeah, I think S tier is the move. This dude. This is the bartender, right? He is pretty funny. I'm gonna put him in C, you know. Didn't leave too big of an impression, but he was a solid character. Didn't hamper his scenes at all. The chef was really funny. I'm almost tempted to put him in A tier, but maybe if he was a bigger part of the game, I would. But he was a really funny character. This dude creeped me out, honestly. There's not even really anything truly wrong with him other than he just like gives me the heebie-jeebies. I don't like him. He just likes curry, man. Oh man. This is definitely another S tier for me. This dude, Dowd, right? This dude was a badass. Absolute Giga Chad. I don't know what else to say other than like he was just Jowd, okay. Other than just he was a badass. This dude, our Irish friend here, that was more Scottish than Irish, but anyway. This dude was pretty cool. He was a very small part of this. But yeah, I'm gonna give him C. I don't feel like we really saw enough of him for me to have a strong opinion on him. The mother, I'm definitely gonna give I'm gonna give her A tier actually. I got a kick out of her. She was really funny, and we also had like a nice little arc with her too. So I'm gonna give her an A tier. The main villain. I was really surprised how little of the main antagonist we saw throughout this. Ooh. Really cool character design. I'll give him, I think, a B tier, you know? We don't really see a ton of him, but the parts that he's in are very well written. There's some pretty good comedy bits, but yeah, I think he fits in line with these other characters for me personally. This is a C tier again. Just not really a huge part of the story, but I love the cameo. To be fair, Yomael is more of the main villain than him, but yeah, he plays a big role. That's a good point. That is a good point. I guess yes, Yomael. Right, yeah. Right. That makes sense. True. Though we just don't really know about him till the end, so it doesn't really register that way till you get to the end, but you are right. So yeah, I think so yeah, he's more of a supporting role, which kind of then again makes sense because all my B tier is just like the best supporting characters so far. This is the police chief dude. Let's see. I don't really remember this dude a ton, honestly. I remember that he was in the game and that's about it. Huh. Okay, the damn Nick and Winston Payne are in Ghost Trick crazy. Yeah. He plays with his feet. Oh no. All right, this dude's from the beginning, the first. Oh, wait, or is he this one? I can't remember which one of these is. I think this is the first one. Nearsighted Jigo, right, right. And then One Step Tango. Okay, okay. And so Jigo, let's see. I guess I kind of want to do them as a pair as well. I feel like C, you know, they're very brief characters, though I do like them. Also, I see a character that strangely looks like Lotta Hart. Yeah, yeah, the waitress, right? Oh no, this character. I forgot about this one too with the fro. Let's see. Yeah, the park ranger. Pigeon Head. Ooh. This might be another A tier. I'm a little torn. Because we don't see a lot of him until the end, but I do like his character. I really, really like his character design. He might be my favorite character design of the game, honestly. I think I gotta give him A tier just for that, honestly. This dude's a solid B tier. You thought he was the big bad for a while. I did. I was convinced that it was him because of the whole contraption and everything. So he's got a good twist to his arc and everything. And yeah, I think A tier is solid. If he was a slightly bigger part of the story, maybe S tier, but I can tell I've hardly watched Ghost Trick streams. What do you mean there's a character that's literally a fucking lamp? That's Luxo from Pixar, the damn Pixar logo. Yeah. Yeah, great character. Genuinely a great character. Oh man. Yeah, those VODs should be on my YouTube if you ever want to go back and visit them. The story for this was awesome, genuinely. Let's see. Oh, the sweet sister of our detective friend here. I liked her a lot. Yeah. She got some moxie. And we spent a good amount of time with her too, so I feel like I'm a little bonded. Is that too much? Maybe B tier. I don't know. If I could do like a halfway, I feel like that's where I would put her, honestly. But I'm a round up. Oh, this is the mom, right? I mean, for the same reason as this guy, I'm gonna put her in D just because like she's barely in the game. Like I really don't know anything about her. This is an easy S tier. She only appears in the epilogue, to be fair. Yeah, exactly. Like it's not even really like a knock on her so much as she's just not really in the game. She's more dead than alive. Yeah. I don't know if I said it before, but Lynn, she looks a lot like a character you'll soon meet in future Ace Attorney games. Is it fine if I just spill out what her name is? I don't think it's a huge spoiler. I just know her name and appearance. Yeah, I mean, I don't think characters' names are spoilers. Like saying like this person exists. I personally don't view that as a spoiler. So you're all good. This dude, I'm unironically gonna rank this dude above him because the slapstick was just so on point. Genuinely. And also the twist that he was a robot all along. I did not see that coming. All right, our little waitress friend. I think she's a B tier. She had some fun comic relief moments, but otherwise wasn't particularly memorable. And then unfortunately there's not a triple S tier, but like I think we know where this next one's going. I mean yeah. Missile is the goat. Yes, yes. The goodest. Let's see. This guy. Oh, this is the coroner dude who showed up. Okay. I think in D tier again, not like a really big part of the game. Solid character design. They play a important role, but eh. And then where's your buddy? Where is this him? I don't think so. Cause don't they wear the same uniform? Yeah, this is just his buddy isn't there? What? Okay, well, assume that my rank for him is for both then. Because these two were an absolute riot. And I think these are the only supporting characters. Well, I guess Missile is technically a supporting character. Yeah, absolutely. 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 I fully agree. I was gonna say this is the probably the only supporting character that's making the S tier for me. But I guess there's you could debate whether these guys are supporting or main cast. Dance away the stomach ache. Hell yeah. Okay, and then just a generic cop slash guard. I'm gonna leave you here. Forest Ranger dude was pretty funny. I'm not gonna lie. I think I got to give him an A tier because they were funny as fuck. They were really funny. um, Character who I'm not gonna spoil the identity of is an S tier for obvious reasons. For very obvious reasons. This dude was awesome, honestly. We got so little exposure to this character, but I really liked them. I'm gonna give him a B. Part of me wants to give him A, but we did not see enough of this dude for me to justify that. All right, and who is this? Is this the guards on the boat, right? I'm gonna pop you down there then. Okay, and so this is Cecil, and this is what was his name? You typed it just a second ago. Yomael, yes, thank you, thank you. Okay, so let's do. I mean, Cecil's obvious. Cecil's an S tier. S tier, easy. We love Cecil. That was such a great arc that we went on with Cecil. Yomael, on the other hand, is a very interesting character. You spend most of the game thinking you know them, and you realize you don't. I'm gonna give them an A tier. They were a really well written character. You know, we didn't spend a ton of time with them, so it's hard for me to argue for S tier for them. But I definitely feel like they deserve A tier because that was an incredible arc. So yeah, there you go. That's my rankings for the characters in Ghost Trick. Hell of an awesome game. Yomael personally S for me, his backstory and his motivation and what he did in the final chapter personally. Yeah, that's so fair. That's so fair. Like I said, for me, I didn't feel like I spent enough time with him to push him there, but that's a totally valid take. Good picks. Thank you. Thank you. All right. So, let's get into some gaming. Okay, let me move this. There. Boo, boo, boo. I still haven't made a shortcut. All right. Hmm. Ooh, weekend deal. Nice. All right. Let's boot this bad boy up. Oh yeah, do you like Ace Attorney flashback cases? If you do, then I'll say the next case for you is going to be really good. That's all I'm going to say. I do. I think it's really fun getting to learn some more about characters you're already familiar with and kind of walk through their history that way. I think that's always really fun. All right. Oh. Oh yeah, show game for sure. I gotta update the game capture because it thinks we're still playing that game we played yesterday. Here we go. And we should be good. All right. Bum, 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 ba-da. March 13th, 1:22 p.m. Gatewater Land Main Gate. Chased out like a pair of peanuts. Mr. Edgeworth. Yes, Kay? There's something even thieves should never steal. Do you know what that is? You really shouldn't steal anything. However, I'll bite. What shouldn't a thief steal? A life. It's too heavy of a burden on your soul to get away with ever. That's something we can agree on. Well said, Kay. I believe there's an Easter egg if you go right and look at the top, if I remember correct. Check that when you can. Bet. Okay, once we get out of this, I'll give that a look. No matter what we may try, murder is the one crime that can never truly be hidden. And I intend to prove that by my own hands. When I apprehend the murderer myself. Oh, right. And I'm gonna work extra hard to be a good assistant. Let's go. I still never said she could be my assistant. I'm just gonna drop the issue. The first thing we should do is locate the real scene of the murder. Mr. Edgeworth! Detective Gumshoe. Mr. Edgeworth, the stadium. Hurry, sir. It's supposed to be hush-hush, but they found a witness at the stadium. A witness? You, what did we tell you about leaving your assigned posts? Ah, the jig is up. Mr. Edgeworth, remember that I'm always rooting for you, so go get him, sir. Those detectives sure look like they're enjoying themselves. It's not all fun and games, Kay. Now then, let's head to the stadium and meet this witness. Damn. I guess we're gonna have to try to remember to do that later. March 13th, 1:42 p.m. Stadium. I thought there was a witness here. Yeah, it's all good though. Ba, 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 da. Yeah, I don't see anyone. Mr. Edgeworth. Oh, wait. Long time no see. You are Miss Emma Skye, correct? Long time no see indeed. This girl is the younger sister of my former superior, Lana Skye. 2 years ago, we stood in the same courtroom together as witness and prosecutor. But I thought she had gone to Europe to study forensics. I can't believe you remembered me, Mr. Edgeworth. Rise from the Ashes reference now. Yeah. I've been wondering when we were going to see this character again, because I really enjoyed the mechanics that she brought to the game. She's all grown up now, yeah. Of course I do. How have you been? You look to be in good spirits. Are you still studying abroad? You bet. More than anything, I want to investigate crime scenes scientifically. I've been studying nonstop every day to become a top-notch forensic scientist. But it's spring break now, so I thought I'd come back for a bit. I see. Can I go back? Oh, nope. Where are you going, Mr. Edgeworth? I have to find the witness before that mean old werewolf does. You're right. The witness is supposed to be here in the stadium. But where? Oh, could it be you? I almost didn't recognize you. You've really grown in these past few years. Please don't tease me, Mr. Edgeworth. I know I still have a long way to go. But I'm gonna be a super forensic scientist someday. You'll see her in Ace Attorney 4 and onward. Sick. You seem to know Mr. Edgeworth really well. Are you two acquaintances? Oh, I forgot to introduce myself. I'm Emma Skye. Nice to meet you. Studying abroad now to be a forensic scientist. How about you? Wow, that's a great dream. My name's Kay Faraday, and I'm training to become an unstoppable great thief. A great thief? Don't think too hard on it, Emma. It's not worth the trouble. In any case, we have much to catch up on. You bet we do. So why are you here, Emma? Well, I just happened to decide to come back home for spring break. And I heard that you'd come back too, so I raced over here. I really wanted to welcome you back to at the airport, but I just missed you. And how exactly did you know I was there? Excuse me. Through the power of science, naturally. Never underestimate what science can do for you. I used these to track your footprints and I followed them straight to you. One sec. 250. This set is the greatest. It's so wonderfully scientific. I'm sure she's writing in a notepad, but it looks like Pink DS Loki. That's a good point. You spray this chemical on the ground, and when you shine the special light on it, zing! The footprints light up in an electrical noble gas in the footprints light up like an electrified noble gas in a glass tube. God damn, I'm struggle bussing. It's almost like magic, scientifically speaking. Forensic science has never seemed more ominous to me than at this very moment. Emma, I'd like to ask you about what you witnessed. Huh? What are you talking about? Are you not the witness Detective Gumshoe told us about? Well, I did get a call from Detective Gumshoe earlier. He was practically yelling at me. Mr. Edgeworth needs his scientific doohickeys right now, pal, he said. What was that man thinking? Or rather, not thinking. So let me guess, there's been a murder, right? Yes. Unfortunately, there's a sudden glint in her eyes. But I need to keep my mind focused on the witness. Now, where did that person go? So she is not the witness. Okay. Oh. I assume this is another Badger mobile. Yeah, but it's a different color than the Blue Badger's car.
Yes, this is the retina searing pink model. What's that off in the distance?
Oh, hey, it's the pink badger. Badger get. It's my goat.
Badger. Just what does she see in these silly things?
And this badger has a handcuff on it. I think this badger has something to say to you, Mr. Edgeworth.
Are you by chance the witness I've been searching for? Sorry, but I don't speak badger dance.
I can't take being inside that stuffy head anymore.
Oh, wow. Holy clip. My bad.
You're... No, why her? Why here? Why now? I first met this woman 3 years ago. She was a witness in one of my cases. She has since gone out of her way to pop up unexpectedly and cause me great grief.
Jeepoo! Why couldn't you understand that I was trying to tell you? I mean, really. I was trying so hard to keep the kids' dreams alive by staying in character. But you couldn't pick up on that, on what I was trying to convey to you. I'm sick and tired of that roundabout way of talking, so I'm just gonna be direct.
I had a bad feeling before, but this just made it official. Today has gone beyond the typical not my day into the realm of waking nightmare.
Love investigations always bringing back old characters. For sure. Never gonna be mad about a little fan service, you know? So, you're a friend of Mr. Edgeworth too, Miss Pink Badger?
How could you say that? But right now, I'm just the pink badger. Oh, you could say that. But right now, I'm just the pink badger, dearie.
She may look the part, but I know better than to trust my eyes around this woman.
My name is Wendy Oldbag. But you can call me Wendy, or Granny, or whatever suits your fancy.
Nice to meet you, Miss Oldbag. I'm Kay Faraday.
What do I care about a young whippersnapper like you?
Yeesh. I was just trying to be polite.
Weren't you a security guard at one of the Gatewater hotels the last time we met?
I go where I'm needed. I'm very good at what I do, unlike the youth of today. I get called in all the time to fill in when there aren't enough hands. But enough about me, Ajipu. I'm thoroughly dejected right now. I finally get a chance to see you again, and here you are talking with two young girls. Men are all the same. With girls, why just the other day noticed me.
God. You seem to attract all sorts of interesting people, Mr. Edgeworth.
Kay, please, I'm begging you. By all means, do not provoke her any further.
Press history. Oh, you're right. We have that option now.
Men are all the same. It doesn't matter how old they get. They continue to shamelessly flirt with young girls. Why, just the other day it happened with my young who had finally gotten to notice me. He went and got into an arranged marriage with an 18-year-old. I don't see what he sees in her at all. As they say, the persimmon takes 3 years to ripen. That girl!
Aren't you forgetting something, Mr. Edgeworth? This person could be the witness.
Honestly, I hope she isn't. But I don't think fate is gonna be so kind today.
Let's try bed mesh. Oh, I printed a little. I think I told you a little. What's articulated cat for my girlfriend. She showed it off to the her research lab. Apparently, they loved it. Printed it in red, and I made one bigger, so they're named Shrimp and Prawn.
I saw what happened. I even saw the exact moment it happened. How's that?
So it's true. She is the witness.
I don't suppose I can afford to ignore the old bag.
Yes, it was just a little while ago. I know. I saw it happen right in front of me. The moment of the murder.
You mean to say that you witnessed someone being killed right before your eyes?
Sounds like a pretty important piece of testimony to me. Why is she side-eyeing me? Oh yeah. So I had to like manually tweak the code for my printer. But I increased the fidelity of its meshing by like 50%. I'm getting like deep into this shit. It's gonna take me a lot of thinking to figure out, but I'm gonna know this fucking thing deep by the time I get it running how I want. Anyway.
I came to this stadium to take a short break. As I was resting, I happened to glance over and saw two men facing each other in that area. Suddenly, there was a loud gunshot, and the person who was shot fell to the ground. It was a very terrifying experience, let me tell you.
Looks like we hit the jackpot, huh, Mr. Edgeworth?
Yes, I can't afford to ignore what she has to say. Unfortunately.
What's that unfortunately you tacked down the end they're supposed to mean, Edgy Poo?
Well, anyway, let's see what we can find out from this little old lady.
I came to this stadium to take a short break.
You mean you took a break from being the Pink Badger?
You may not think it, but it's hard work keeping kids' dreams alive. You smell of sweat, your head creaks with pain. You even begin to dream about your work.
That's the kind of story that would scar a child for life, you know.
Well, that's why I chose to come take my break here, whippersnapper. I don't plan on playing the part of the dead badger in front of a bunch of kids.
So, what did you see while you, the Pink Badger, were resting?
Oh, yes, that. Well, as I was resting, I happened to glance over and saw two men facing each other in that area. Suddenly, there was a loud gunshot, and the person who was shot fell to the ground. It was a very terrifying experience, let me tell you.
I can tell this is an important piece.
Oh, yeah. I didn't press on any of that. I was just totally reading. Alright, here we go.
You saw two men. Can you describe them for me?
They looked like your average Joes, completely uninteresting and not worth fawning over. I'm telling you, they were so boring I don't even remember much beyond that.
But did they have any special features? Anything you can recall would be very helpful.
Oh my, don't tell me you're jealous of those two men.
Hey, she's right. You do seem pretty worked up over them, Mr. Edgeworth.
I'm not worked up over anyone, and I'm not jealous.
It's all right, Edgy Poo. Those two were just fools compared to a stallion like you. I thought so little of them that I lost interest the instant I laid eyes on them.
He's only worked up over Phoenix? Yeah. We know the truth. We know the truth.
You're claiming to have seen the exact moment in which the murder took place?
Absolutely. That gun made a terrible racket when it was fired.
You didn't try to help the person that got shot?
Only one person. You smart alecky brat. What could I have done? I took off as soon as I could to find someone who could help.
2 men, 1 bullet. It's all consistent with what we found out from the body. Sadly, there wasn't exactly a lot of new information to go in your testimony.
Well, if I saw the guy again, I'm sure I could identify him for you. I mean, how do you expect me to remember anything without something to jog my memory?
Self-centered, aren't we?
While it was somewhat useful, her testimony also presents us with a new problem.
Mr. Edgeworth?
Yes.
So about this new problem,
What is that giant grin on your face for?
do you want me to show you something really nice?
No, thank you.
Don't be so mean. I swear it's something you're gonna like.
What is that gadget you're holding?
What you see before you is the secret weapon of a great thief.
Ah, I should have known it would be so worthless.
Oh, don't be like that. Whoa. What do you think now?
What is it doing? It's projecting something into the air.
I'm gonna input the necessary information to run the simulation now. Once I'm done, I'll increase the size of the projection to its maximum size. Dark skies of evening, when no other bird dares to take wing, one alone remains all-seeing. Now witness the true power of a real modern-day Robin Hood. Oh, what the hell?
Oh, what is this?
This is a recreation of the murder based on the info I inputted into the Little Thief.
Little thief. I dare say I think you're taking the Robin Hood thing a bit too far.
Little Thief is actually meant to be a simulator for me to plan my thefts. And I suppose if I used it like this... Let's see... This old bag said that the 2 men were facing each other. Then a gunshot rang out and the victim fell to the ground.
Ah, so with this we can inspect the crime scene as it was in the past.
See? So what do you think?
I have to say I'm impressed by the technology thieves have access to these days.
Well, it is the super secret weapon of the mighty Yatagarasu.
Indeed.
Oh, but if there isn't enough information or if something is out of place, the recreation could come out a little strange.
In other words, I can use this to authenticate the validity of a witness's testimony.
You got it. You really catch on quick, Mr. Edgeworth.
Right now, the simulation is a recreation of that witness's testimony.
This is why Kay is the GOAT, making investigations much more interesting. Yeah, that's some wild tech right there.
So for now, I should re-examine everything. And if I find anything illogical or strange, I can then ask for clarification.
Feel free to examine anything in the simulation in the ways you always do. You can even present evidence when you find a contradiction. And if you find something, I've got Little Thief with me, so just let me know, okay?
According to the testimony, the victim fell to the ground here.
That's right, but...
But if that's the case, then we've already found our first contradiction.
Huh? What? Where?
If this is the real scene of the crime, there's something missing that should be here. Which piece of evidence shows the missing item?
This is... Maybe I've just forgotten too much. Maybe this? The body would show what's missing, right? And then the blood?
Take that!
Okay, cool.
This is the contradiction.
Eh? Is something wrong with my recreation?
If this is the real scene of the crime, something specific should be here. If you think back, how did we deduce the other crime scene was not the real one?
Oh, I get what's missing now. There's no blood on the ground here either, right?
Right. The fact that there's no blood here casts doubt on the witness's testimony.
J-Poo, how can you doubt me like that? Are you calling me a liar? I know what I saw, and I saw the victim get shot down.
You know, I don't think she's lying, Mr. Edgeworth.
To be honest, I can't think of a reason why she would lie to me. In that case, maybe there's another example for the distinct lack of blood.
Maybe. One sec. What the fuck? Oh my god. Okay, hold on. Hold on. Fuck. I thought I had it level. I think I had it level last night and I adjusted something and I think I've fucked it back up. So I'm gonna unfuck it up. And then hopefully we'll be good. Because now it's just the mesh is getting worse. So it can't be. Yeah. Anyway, one sec. Just give me a sec. Oh. I'm just working on my printer simultaneously. So I just switched it so y'all can see what I was doing. Right now I'm heat soaking it, trying to get it to level correctly so I can calibrate the Z offset and get a clean first layer. So then I can print a full bed first layer test, which will let me know if I can print panels, because the goal is to print an enclosure for it. But yeah, stream muted or just me? No, there's just no sound right now, because I'm not in the game window. But yeah, no worries. Just popping over to my printer for a moment and back to the game. And of course, the ad break starts right now. Fuck. All right. Okay. I remember the Apollo bracelet you've made. It looked cool. Crazy how you knew Apollo wore one. Oh, I didn't know. It was so Kev was hanging out. I was working on this yesterday, and I asked Kev if they wanted me to print anything, and that's what they chose. So that's about all I know, is that there's an Apollo bracelet though. But yeah, let's see. Let's look at this, I guess.
It's the silhouette of the killer with his gun at the ready. Okay, is it not possible to recreate the face of the killer?
Well, I can't exactly input what we don't know into Little Thief. I told him to test the printer thing. Yeah. Oh damn, Emma is back, and oh, I guess there's old bag. Yeah. A lot happened while you were making lunch.
She has a point.
Okay, so we got a logic. Following a kidnapper's prints led us to a body. Was the victim in a costume? Why is there no blood? Yeah, I don't feel like we have enough yet. What are you thinking? Yes?
So you believe that this gadget will provide us with the proof we need?
Logic, Miles Magatama. Yeah, for real. Yeah, of course. Pretty neat, huh? By inputting info like this, I can recreate the crime scene exactly as it was. Although Little Thief was originally intended to be training sim for heists.
A training sim for thievery? I don't believe I can turn a deaf ear to that, Kay.
It's for practice. It's not like I've actually stolen anything. Besides, we're in the middle of an investigation. Stop nitpicking.
Even if it's just practice, I can't exactly endorse the act of stealing. Although admittedly, this device is rather useful in an investigation. So how am I supposed to use this to aid my investigation?
Oh, that's right. I guess I should explain how to use it, huh? Objects outlined in yellow are things that are not present in our time, but were in the past. Things outlined in a dotted line are things that exist now, but didn't in the past.
I see.
You can imagine you can examine and interact with the replicated people and objects as you normally do. Okay. Yes. Try to point out mistakes in the recreation evidence.
Very well, let's continue with the investigation.
Okay, another new character it seems. Yeah, we met her at the start of this case.
And looks like they broke the stage down.
Okay. Guess this means they're done for the day.
Or maybe it's because a different show is scheduled to start its run tomorrow.
Was the strike why there's no blood? I missed that dialogue when Old Bag and Emma came back, but I imagine both came in at the same time. I just imagine Emma talking to Miles and Old Bag chimes in like, for sure. Let's try this. Close, yeah, very, like, not far off.
The pieces don't quite fit together.
What? Okay, so we gotta find something else then. Would low-key be funny though, yeah. Can I present this to her? yeah. Oh damn, Emma got a new outfit. I like that little hat she's wearing. Yeah, it's a nice hat. Okay, we've looked at you and this. What am I missing? Okay, can I present that the stage is... Oops. No. I already tried that though. I'm like genuinely stumped here. I don't know. I mean, I haven't tried these together. Yeah, I figured. Feels like I gotta be missing something, but can't find anything else. Have I presented everything to Kay? Let's see. Alright. This horse is really pretty. I'm playing this other game called Umama Musume. I don't know if you've heard of it. Yeah, it's like the Pretty Derby thing, right? I don't know if it's gonna be your type of game. There's a character in that game, Agnes Tachyon. That character is literally Emma Skye without the whole investigating murders though. They're both science enthusiasts. Lol. That's funny. Yeah, no, I'm definitely aware of it. I knew about it because of the anime like several years ago, and then the game popped off like, what was it, like this fall? A bunch of people were streaming playing the game. So I've definitely heard of it, but I never played it. I honestly don't know what the gameplay loop is like, but I know that people really like that game. The story is apparently like pretty good, or the anime, that is.
Don't even think about it.
Okay, I'll just hold on to it then. Don't worry, it's safe with me.
Just so we're clear, Kay, a 5-finger discount is not part of the bargain.
You just know you're missing a small detail that's obvious. I swear to God, it really, I don't know what it is, but it's got to be something. The gameplay is just horse racing. I knew the game because of the memes, lol. I don't know if you've seen the anime girl singing Ballin' meme. That's from Umama Musume. No, I haven't seen the meme, but that does make sense. That the gameplay is just horse racing. That's interesting. So yeah, it's probably pretty... I bet you it's probably a 1-to-1 of the anime if I had to guess. Da, da. I wonder which came first, the game or the anime. I didn't watch the anime, but I guess so. Yeah. I'm just curious, because that's really where I'm more familiar with it from. But that doesn't even necessarily mean that the anime came first. God, this is killing me. I'm not a huge Uma fan. I just know the game and whatnot, hopped into the trend. All I can say is the Uma fandom is very weird. I don't get engaged with the fandom. Yeah, it seems like a pretty intense fandom. Yeah. Victim was a kidnapper. Stage was packed up. Wait, didn't I already try to combine that? I know I'm missing something. I can't for the life of me figure out what it is. It's the speaker cable, the missing piece. No. I'm an old bag just watching Miles running in circles for real. I guess just, oh fuck. Present everything to everyone. Oh. Oh.
Thanks to this, people have been taking my picture all day. It's like I'm one of the mascot characters of this park.
It's like you're one. Okay.
It's not like you are the mascot character. Well, one of them anyway.
I don't think she knows. She doesn't know.
But you have no idea how hard it is to be one. You're not allowed to talk at all. Taking away my ability to talk halves my effectiveness as a human being.
You have a hard time not talking? But it seems like such an easy thing to do.
What do you know, youngin'? Just wait until you're my age, and then we'll see.
Is it possible this loud old lady was once a quiet, fair maiden? Impossible.
Damn, Kay. Don't forget the Easter egg if you do get out of here. Yeah, for sure, for sure. That was cold. What a gross. Yeah.
Yet another blue badger.
I had my fill of these things for a lifetime.
Thank you for the extra commentary, but all I wanted was for you to take a look.
Oh, all right. I guess I can do that. But only because it's you, Edgy Poo. What's wrong with this thing? Why is the blue badger wearing sunglasses?
How could she have not noticed all this time?
Okay. Okay, that didn't yield anything. Oh, whoops. Yes, indeed. I remember, like, it was yesterday. That was really something, huh? The red hot courtroom battle between the two of us. I don't think it was quite as dramatic as that. Okay, now I'm like, am I soft locked or like, what the hell? I know I'm gonna feel so dumb when I finally figure it out. Blue Badger, that damn wriggling piece of plywood. The Blue Badger theme in Ace Attorney gave me hella creeps when I was first playing Rise from the Ashes. Lol. I don't know if I remember what the theme is offhand, honestly. Yeah, go ahead. Cool. Let me play this while I tighten a couple screws. Oh, I do remember this. What a case Rise from the Ashes was. Yeah, for real. Dun, dun, dun. Yeah, I could definitely see this. It has that sort of music box quality that can be real creepy sometimes. So I definitely see what you mean there. Let me turn this back up. All right. Now let's see. I was kind of hoping doing that would like give my brain a little reboot and let me figure this out, but yeah, this damn song also kind of pissed me off since it was looping whilst doing that goddamn jar puzzle. Oh, right, yeah. Me and my girlfriend play Nancy Drew games together, and we had a puzzle like that where it's playing like this little short jingle, and I swear to God, it's not even like the puzzle being hard that tilts you. It's the stupid jingle going over and over and over again. Yo, I get that. Alright, well, let me save because I'm blowing through lives. Let me save on a past one though, in case I am soft locked. Because I genuinely. Feel free to say something if y'all got any ideas, because I truly have no idea what I'm missing. And they said objects outlined with dotted lines are things that weren't here at the moment, but I don't see anything like that. Like, am I missing something obvious? Speaking of RFTA, how long has it been since that case? I wonder if Emma is still the same age as she would be in that, around 17, 18. She's an adult now. Yeah, because I think she's in college now, studying to become a forensic scientist. so she's probably like a 20-something-year-old. Oh, that's handy to know. I didn't know I could hide the UI like that. Investigation take place 1 week after 3-5. Ace Attorney itself is 2 years after Ace Attorney 1. Okay, damn, it has been a while, yeah. Huh. What am I? Music playing sounds mysterious as hell. Yeah. Should I look up online to help you out? Yeah, I'm like, I genuinely, I've done everything I can conceivably think of. This is gonna be, it's gonna be so obvious. The second you tell me what it is, thanks. Appreciate it. The second you tell me, I'm gonna die inside a little bit. It's gonna be staring me right in the face, I swear to God. I'm big stumped. All right. Oh. Gave my printer a big fat heat soak. Did adjustment to the bed level. Hopefully we'll be good now. Bro, the more I hear the song, the more it kind of pisses me off. You really stumped like a tree, huh? Yeah, deadass. Because like I've shown every person here all the evidence I have. I've checked this. I've talked to them. Talked to him, her. We've looked at this and this. We've seen this. And as far as I can tell, there's nothing else to look at. And I've exhausted my dialogue and evidence options with Kay. So. And I've tried combining. Why don't you do it the other way around? Show the person to the evidence? If only. Let's see. I'm genuinely wondering if I've somehow soft locked myself. Just copied this. Now go into logic mode and connect victim was kidnapper with why is there no blood? Wait, I swear I did that. There's no way I didn't do that. I could have swore that I did that. What the fuck? Because I combined all the evidences. So does the order matter then? Okay, I didn't read the rest of the message, luckily. I saw some video about the bad ending of Farewell or 2-4. The person got that ending on purpose, showing old bag to the attorney's badge. That was hella silly. Damn. I guess order matters. Yeah, I guess. Okay, I guess, well, that's good to know. Yeah, because I'm almost positive that I tried them. Maybe in the wrong order, though. Well, probably in the wrong order. So that's good to know that the order matters. Next time I'm stuck, I'll have to think about that. It was right in my face. It was right in my face. I'd even basically figured it out, but kind of not at the same time. All right, anyway. Damn, you're still cooling down. Okay. So you really think that Mr. Deacon was one of the kidnappers?
I think we can reasonably assume there is a very good chance that he was. And that if he was shot while he was inside one of those stolen costumes,
then Mr. Deacon's blood would be inside the costume instead of on the ground.
Precisely. Now if only we could prove that the victim was wearing a costume.
You'd think it'd be pretty easy if we could find some footprints. The problem is finding them.
since there doesn't seem to be any around. Footprints, huh? I wonder how we can go about finding some of those.
Here we go. Now it's time for Emma.
Emma, about that method you were talking about for finding footprints.
Ah, finally my expert knowledge in forensics is needed.
Yes, well, can you detect and trace even partial footprints?
Leave it to me. My cutting-edge detection kit can find anything.
Very well. If you could please analyze the footprints in this area.
Well, unfortunately, my stomping around has probably ruined all that. Okay, stand back now and witness the power of science at work. Hey, I found something. Look right here.
I don't see anything.
Oh, that's right. Here, put these special glasses on, Mr. Edgeworth. What is Emma playing with a DS? It looks like one. Kev said the exact same thing. That's so funny. I guess we're all in agreement that it looks like a DS. I think it's a notepad though. But you know, it shows binary on her glasses when she pulls it up, so maybe it is some sort of device.
These footprints here were definitely left by a badger costume.
Judging by the way the prints are layered, those seem to be the newest.
Then we can conclude that the victim was definitely wearing a costume at the time.
Also, it would seem that the victim was killed after the teardown took place. Okay, in that case, I'll update Little Thief's simulation parameters. I can't wait to see what we find out from this new info. What if Emma is playing investigations on the DS, playing investigations and investigationception? Lol. Maybe. I love a good fourth wall break. Hey.
So the victim was wearing a costume when he died. With that...
Oh, and with that, we should be one step closer to the truth, right?
I see the recreation has changed in accordance with the new information. We may be closer, but now something else has caught my attention.
What do you want?
Your testimony, naturally. I'd like to hear it one more time, if you please.
What the hell? What old bag witnessed? All right. Oh yeah. Interesting. Okay. Oh. My controller died. One sec. I gotta plug it in. Sitting here like, what the fuck? What's happening? Sheesh. I need outlets. One sec. Okay, here we go. All right. God damn. One of them days. This battery lasted a long ass time without dying, though, I gotta say.
I came to this stadium to take a short break. As I was resting, I happened to glance over and saw two men facing each other in that area. Suddenly, there was a loud gunshot, and the person who was shot fell to the ground. It was a very terrifying experience, let me tell you.
So, does this mean that Miss Oldbag's testimony has a contradiction in it?
Yes, and I believe our best course of action is to compare it with your recreation.
See? I just knew Little Thief would be of help. Now let's see if we can pull more info from Miss Oldbag to put her in the recreation.
For that, we must first find the contradiction in her testimony.
Hold it.
You mean you took a break from being the Pink Badger?
You may not think it, but it's hard work keeping kids' dreams alive.
You smell okay, same as before.
Hold it!
Is this all gonna be the same? Seems so. Okay, so we need to present something.
Objection!
There we go.
Two men. How did you know the gender of the two people involved? Seeing as how the victim was wearing a costume at the time. Ah. Furthermore, I have another matter I'd like to inquire about. I'd very much like to know why you failed to mention the costume in your testimony.
Oh,
I'm beginning to doubt if you really witnessed the murder at all.
I'm telling you, I really did see it. I saw it with my very own eyes. From a seat in the second tier.
The second tier?
Hey, didn't you say you saw it right in front of you earlier?
That was, I was using the phrase in metaphorical sense.
I sense our witness still has a screw loose in the metaphorical sense.
The cushy seats in the second tier are reserved for hotshot VIPs, which is exactly why I go there now and then to take a nap.
I can't see how you could have gotten a good look from there. It's so high up.
Were you able to see even the victim's costume from way up there?
Well, I know I saw two people, but I couldn't really see what they looked like because they were in the stage's shadow. My eyesight isn't what it used to be, you know? Not like when I was young.
Oh boy. We're gonna let this roll and then we're gonna use history.
Not like when I was young. People used to call me Eagle-Eyed Wendy back then. I could spot a good man from 100 paces away as I walked down the street. Just like that. Of course, they also noticed me in a flash, and I tried to make their move, but I'm not that easy. I was careful, girl, with judgmental eyes, but never let a good man slip by me. You bet I didn't. If you could have seen me.
Let's return to our investigation, shall we, Kay?
You've got it. I love being able to go back through the history. Begin investigation. Okay.
This new silhouette of the victim in the costume. The
silhouette can change depending on the information I input. The Little Thief can recreate more than just people. So investigate away. We may even find more info with which to make more accurate sim.
Alright, sounds like a plan.
Kay has something, or not Kay, Emma has something to say. This is amazing. Just feel the power of science.
Thanks to you, I'm able to proceed with my investigation once again. Thank you.
Oh, it was nothing. I'm just glad that science and I could be of service. Pretty amazing how we set the footprints. So, what's the secret behind that thing? Oh, you want to know? Here, you can read the manual. Very interesting. So if I do this, I can avoid leaving footprints.
She can't seriously be trying to use the information to her advantage as a thief. Wait.
Ba-dum-bum-bum. These are contradictory. Yes.
If that woman's testimony is to be believed, the murder occurred before the stage was broken down.
Do you want me to input that bit of info into Little Thief?
Yes, if you please.
Okay. Yeah. I knew this was the case because of the footprints.
This new silhouette of the victim is in a costume. Silhouettes can change.
Silhouettes can change depending on the information, yes. Little Thief can recreate more than just people. Yep. Yep.
There is clearly
a contradiction here.
Please stop stealing my lines.
Oh, come on. It wasn't that hard to see it coming, even for a layman like me.
I suppose. In any case, it's not possible for the killer to have stood here in that way, because there was a very real stage set up in this spot at the time.
Yeesh, I told you I got it. Do you feel the need to explain everything?
Yes, well, in any case, we still need to resolve this unusual situation.
Isn't it obvious? The killer was on top of the stage, naturally. Right, Miss Oldbag?
Yes, I remember now. The killer was standing on top of the stage.
See, now let me update the info in the simulation. Ba-dum-boo-doo-doo-boo-doo. Boom, boom, ba-doo-doo-doo. Well, what have we here? A bunch of hooligans running amok, I see.
Agent Lang, how nice of you to join us.
Well, I can't have you going around messing up my crime scenes.
Agent Lang, we've discovered that the real scene of the murder is here, the stadium.
I see. Thanks.
For what?
I'm just trying to show you my appreciation for all the time you saved me. Who knew that such a strange little toy could recreate a crime scene like that? Little Thief is not a toy. You two. Sir! And there you have it. You see? Big boys like me don't need silly toys, little girl. Now this is a recreation.
So what? Do you still intend to assert that Officer Meekins is the killer?
Of course. Even knowing that the crime took place here doesn't let him off the hook. This is the real scene of the crime. Officer Meekins lay in wait for the victim on top of the stage. And when the victim finally showed, he shot him from the high. That's the truth your little recreation showed.
How far will you go to accuse Officer Meekins of the crime?
He's the most likely suspect we've got, especially given the situation with his gun. Well, even if he is the killer, at least my recreation was on the mark.
See? Thank you for understanding, my little crow girl.
I'm not some common crow. I'm the Yanagarasu, the Raven of Legend.
Unfortunately, your conclusion is yet to be tested, so let's see how well it holds up.
Hold it!
Looks like we found the real crime scene first.
Ha! Brag all you want, but we don't have all that free time unlike the two of you. You know what you remind me of? A dog licking his wounds as he whimpers home. Well, I guess I should be thankful for all the time you saved me. Sheshe. That's how we say thanks in my country.
You're welcome. I hope he realizes we didn't do all of this for him.
But I'm here now, so I'll be taking over. As I was saying, this is where the crime took place. Officer Meekins lay in wait for the victim on top of the stage.
Lying in wait? How did Officer Meekins even know the victim was gonna come here?
Simple. He was investigating the kidnappers, right? And while he was doing so, he came to understand the victim, Mr. Deacon's movements.
Huh. And why would the good officer want to ambush and kill a kidnapper?
You mean his motive? Who knows and who cares? You can find that out for yourself when you talk to him in jail.
You have no respect for the order of law.
Don't get me wrong. But I need more than there's no motive to convince me otherwise.
He's right. The lack of a motive is rather weak argument by itself.
So the officer lay in wait on top of the stage. And when the victim finally showed up, he shot him from on high.
So you agree with how our recreation turned out?
Like I said, I'm grateful that you were able to save me some time.
Alright, but we still don't know why he chose to wait on top of the stage.
Who cares? Maybe he wanted to become the Blue Badger. Who's to say he didn't see the stage and decided to put on a Badger stage show of his own?
Or maybe there's a completely different reason?
What does it matter? It still doesn't change the fact that Officer Meekins stood up on that stage and shot the victim on the ground below. That's the truth to your little recreation show.
Hold it!
So you honestly believe that what you're saying is what really occurred?
Hey, you're the ones who came up with this scenario. Are you saying you doubt yourselves?
Touché. Unfortunately, Agent Lang's conclusions do not contradict with our recreation.
Then does that mean it all went down just as he says?
No, not quite. I wonder if what we had recreated earlier was the whole truth.
I don't think he was on top of the stage. But I don't know what to present to argue that either. Because I think his footprints were the most recent, right? So if the stage was struck after he was killed, his would have been buried. But because they were on top, we know that the stage was struck before.
Hold it! Objection! Knuckle back!
Oh yeah, here we go. The bullet wounds don't match with him being above him. There we go.
I'm terribly sorry, Agent Lang. I should have warned you that our recreation is incomplete. You cut in quite unexpectedly after all. What's that supposed to mean?
You said the victim was shot by the killer from up above, correct? I hate to break it to you, but that's not possible.
Huh? Why not?
Recall Mr. Deacon's body, specifically where the gunshot wounds were located.
The victim was on the stage. Actually, I didn't get that good of a look.
Oh, well then. The bullet entered Mr. Deacon in his abdomen region and exited his right shoulder. This is more consistent with an angled shot from beneath the victim.
Then,
Yes, our recreation had the victim being shot at an angle from above.
a clear contradiction.
You're discounting your own conclusions.
No, this one point is the only flaw. This was the mistaken parameter in our recreation.
The witness. Yeah, I think it's this one. Let me save, just to be sure.
Yes, the locations of the killer and the victim were wrong.
I get it. I get what you're trying to say.
I believe the killer and the victim were standing opposite to what we initially thought. It was the victim who was on top of the stage as he was being shot by the killer. If this is what happened, it also explain the positioning of the gunshot wounds.
Exactly. But then, what about the footprints?
Since footprints don't lie, we can assume then that the killer also wore a costume.
Okay, I'll try using that data instead. Nice. There we go. Ah, yes. Finally, my bed mesh is beautiful. Okay. Now, calibrate the offset, and maybe I can finally fucking print something. All right.
Judging by the fact that both the killer and the victim were wearing costumes, I'd say it was a killing between the two kidnappers. That would be the most natural conclusion. Wouldn't you agree, Agent Lang?
Excuse me. Well done, Mr. Prosecutor. But that alone doesn't clear Officer Meekins of the crime. Okay. I ask that you take another good look at the tire marks over there. The 3 marks are indicative of the Blue Badger mobile. The story that Officer Meekins told about that shop on wheels getting stolen was just a lie. He drove the Blue Badger mobile here and committed the murder. Then he used the car to move the body to the garage in the Wild Wild West area.
You believe he moved the body with the car?
That's right. It was Officer Meekins himself who pointed us to the way he did it.
The 3 tire tread marks are very telling. However, is the Blue Badger mobile the only thing capable of creating such a pattern?
No. There's literally the pink one right there. I ask that you take another good look at the tire marks over there.
The tire marks?
Yes, the tire marks. The ones there behind the stage. Oh, interesting. They were hidden up until now by the various pieces of stage equipment. As for when they were made,
they must have been made after the rain had begun to fall, correct?
Yes, and probably around the same time as when the killer's footprints were made. The tires on that Blue Badger mobile probably got pretty muddy because of that.
I'd say it's the Blue Badger-mobile because it's, well, that's pretty obvious too. 3 marks are indicative of the Blue Badger-mobile. 3 tire marks. I have to agree that the Blue Badger-mobile has 3 tires. Of course. The only thing in this park that can make those marks is that roving shop. Are you forgetting that there are in fact 3 of them? You can't simply ignore the pink and proto Badger mobiles, Agent Lang.
What do you think of the investigation exclusive characters so far? Such as Lang? I like Lang. He's a fun character. I always think like chauvinistic dickhead investigator types are really funny, honestly. Underrated archetype, in my opinion. Like the pompous douchebag who is wildly undercompetent. Because I don't want to call Lang incompetent. Because he definitely knows what he's doing on some level. But his douchebaggery gets in the way quite a bit. He's pretty chill too later on. Nice, nice. We gotta humble him first, right?
Of course, I didn't say it couldn't be either of the other 2. But I see no reason to drag them into this just to complicate things. That story of Officer Meekins told about the shop. Of course, you still have some sort of proof that it was all a lie, correct?
There's a funny story about Lang, actually. Hold on. This is from an interview. Awesome, awesome. That's fun.
Of course not.
Well, that was blunt.
But I suppose it is a lie. It would explain a lot of things. Like his movements and his whereabouts. Drove the Blue Badger-mobile here and committed the murder.
So you still claim the tire marks belong to the Blue Badger-mobile?
Must have arrived on the scene after the ground had become wet with rain. Officer Meekins committed the murder. Then he used the car to move the body to the garage in the Wild Wild West area.
Besides the Blue Badger-mobile, there are other ways the body could have been moved.
Recall the Wild Wild West area looked like. Only the Blue Badger-mobile and Mr. Deacon's body were in the garage. I'd say that's proof.
Oh, here we go. Originally, the designer wanted him to be shirtless, but was told no. So he gave Lang a feather boa. Whoops. There we go. Gave Lang a feather boa, figuring that if his nipples were covered, that would make it okay, but it didn't. He even tried to justify it. Justify it, saying Lang was in an astronomy club in high school, and he wanted to show off the 7 scars on his chest that make up the constellation Orion. The director did not buy that either. This was when they were creating his character. That's really funny. Free the nip, am I right? Bum, ba-dum, bum, 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 ba-dum. They want a Yowie so bad in this game, for real, for real. You can just you can feel it in every scene of the game. It's like, but we want to be a little gay, honestly. I love it.
I suppose if one were to look at that place, that would be the only logical conclusion. However, my experience tells me that the truth is usually not so easily found. Is there some sort of problem with Agent Lang's statement with regard to that scene?
Looks like the only thing in that car was selling was death, not dreams.
Only if what Agent Langs believes turns out to be true.
It's funny because Nick is interested in a girl, but we all know he's into Miles much more. Facts. That's just the truth. That's just the truth, you know? You can't argue with the truth. I mean, you can, but you're just wasting time.
The 3 tire tread marks are very telling, however. Is the Blue Badger-mobile the only thing capable of creating such a pattern?
Yes! Yes! Sorry. Oh, what the hell? Oh, I see. Hold on. That's really funny. That threw me way off. One sec. Activate. There we go. Come on. Oh, I unplugged it. The first layer is printing beautifully. I unplugged the webcam so I could plug my controller in. I'm like, why isn't it working? But I have another way I can show you once the print finishes. It's funny because Nick... Oh yeah, we read that. Okay, cool. I asked that you take another good look at the tire marks. Okay, we saw this. Okay, so I feel like it's got to be this one, and then we present something that could have made those marks. Huh. Okay, so we have to present something. But the question is, what could have made those marks? I just am now noticing that the handcuff is part of Pink Badger's costume. What the hell? A horse. No, I'm kidding. Doesn't look like there's mud on those tires, I will say. Maybe that's it? Let me save real quick. Huh. Okay, that's you taking another good look. Yes. Story was about the shop. Drove the Badgermobile here and committed the murder. Then used the car to move the body to the Wild West area.
Objection!
Is that actually it? Oh, hell yeah. Just in time for the ad break. I'll see y'all in a few. Damn. I was really like unsure about that.
Sorry, Agent Lang, but that's an impossible tale.
And why is that?
Those tire marks could not have been left by Officer Meekin's blue Badgermobile. One look at that car would have told you so. What proves the blue Badgermobile had never...
It's the tire, right? It looks not muddy.
Take a good look at the tires. There's not a single dollop of mud to be found on it. If this car had come to the backstage area and left those tire tracks, then the lack of mud on these tires stands out as very peculiar indeed.
Then how do you explain the tire tracks, genius?
Hey, I've got it. What about Miss Old Bag's pink Badgermobile?
Don't be ridiculous. I was sleeping the entire time in the second-tier seats.
Indeed, I believe we can rule her out as someone related to the crime. However, there's yet one more roving store, as I recall.
You mean the Proto Badger?
That's right. There was one more parking space inside the garage, and it proves the existence of a Proto Badgermobile. Agent Lang, I suggest you find this Proto Badgermobile post-haste. There must still be some sort of incriminating evidence in it.
Hey, did you hear something?
Oh!
Help me.
Damn, they're imminently needing help.
Are you alright?
Well, this is something. Looks like we found our kidnapping victim. Where were you all this time? Wild West with kidnappers.
He was in the room next to the one I was held in?
Ran away using underground and got lost. The kidnappers.
What is it? I can't understand what you're trying to say.
The kidnappers escaped wearing costumes.
Did you see the faces of your kidnappers?
No, I didn't see their faces. But two. One was a woman.
A woman? Quite an important piece of testimony. Hey, what are you guys doing? Stop standing there and get your cops on this already. I'll even let you guys have what the kid said just now. Consider it a gift. Now are you gonna get out of my crime scene, or am I gonna have to get rough? Ugh, again?
You're nothing but a big bully. Come on, Mr. Edgeworth, let's go.
Oh, no, not you. You're a very important witness for my case. I'm not about to let you get away that easily.
Don't count on me to testify, because I won't. Not for you.
That's right. I won't either. You hear me, you young whippersnapper?
Hey, calm down. There's no need for all this hostility. I just want to take a statement from each of you. I'm not gonna rough either of you up. I give you my word. Come now, fair maidens. What do you say? Will you cooperate?
Fair maidens? My, you little rascal. You sure know your way into a woman's heart.
Longji says, the passage of time is but a fleeting moment, and a lady is young forever.
It's kind of a beautiful notion.
Trying to outdo my edgy poo with your fancy schmancy sayings. Let's get this over with. So we're clear, I'm only interested in giving you my statement.
Sure, and just as soon as Mr. Prosecutor leaves us be.
Mr. Edgeworth.
To be continued. Yeah, all right.
I'm gonna call it here on the game for today, but I'm not gonna end stream yet. I'm gonna keep working on my printer. You're welcome to hang out, of course, but if that's not your thing, that's cool. That's cool. I get it. But yeah, I'm gonna work on my printer a little bit. Well, we'll see. I don't know how long this first print's supposed to take, because if it takes forever, I might just end stream. But I do appreciate y'all so much. But let's go take a look at this now. Let me get this situated. Oh, and also, let me go plug my controller in. 1 sec. Enter. Deactivate. Activate. There we go. Okay. Okay, so let me explain what I was working on. So this basically took me a full day to calibrate. At first my bed wasn't level. That was a big problem because I need to print on the whole bed. So I got that level, and then all of a sudden my first layers were coming out like this. Now you see this little disc? Watch how easy I rip this in two, okay? Like genuinely, basically effortless. This is the one I just printed, just for comparison. Same exact model and everything. And like, I genuinely am physically incapable of ripping this. This is what I've been working towards. So now, oh, the webcam froze. Hold up. There we go. So now what I'm going to work on, get Orca Slicer open, is I'm going to print basically the dimensions of the print bed. This is going to show me how my layer adhesion is across, because I don't want any spots looking like that weak circle, but we also don't want it getting too close to it because that has its own set of problems. One, most importantly, being it could damage the print bed, and then I have to shell out $30 for a new one. Don't want that. So what we're going to do is we're going to run this. No, I don't want to export G-code. Print. And this, I think so. Let me check. Hold on. Oh yeah, I'm not connected. One sec. Oh, wait. Let me. Let's not type that in with it on screen. There we go. All right, now we're cooking. All right. So I've got this all set. I'm gonna slice it. Print. All right, here we go. So now, hopefully we get a nice smooth first layer across the whole bed. We'll have to see, but that's the goal. That's the goal. First thing it's gonna do. God, why does this keep doing that? So now, hopefully, we will get a nice first layer. Oh, shit. Hold on. I had the wrong material settings. That's so annoying. It's going to finish its calibration and then cancel the print. All right. Oh, what the hell? Orca just crashed. That's a first. I hope it doesn't do a full bed mesh. All right, come on. So yeah, if I can get this to print, I can finally start printing my enclosure. Okay. I want to add my Sunlu PETG. Confirm. Okay, there we go. Okay, now we can slice. Print. It's gonna do a full bed mesh. That's gonna take a minute. So I'm gonna grab some water. Stay hydrated. Get a snack for yourself or something. I'll be right back while this does that. This thing. This thing was such a pain in the ass to try to get dialed in yesterday. I literally spent like all day yesterday trying to get it at this point. So when I say I'm excited for this to print, really excited. I customized the code in the config files, bro. Like, I do not know how to code, okay? The reason it's doing all these extra like touch points, that was me. I made it do that. It increases the like fidelity of its bed mesh, which is good. Helps, you know, hopefully get a better first layer, but we'll see. This is the first time I'm actually able to, I've reached the point that like I can test it. So I'm very excited. Very excited. Yeah, damn. I don't know if the slicer is accurate when it says this, but it's predicting like 5.5 hours for this to print. That seems a little slow. I'm not gonna lie. We'll see. We'll see. The first layers are always slower on these printers. This thing can go up to like 500 millimeters a second, which is insanely fast. Once I have it dialed in, will not be printing at those speeds. I think at most we'll probably do 300 millimeters a second for like infill stuff, but you know, you start to lose detail after a certain speed, unless you have like a multiple thousands of dollar machine, which this is not. Even when I like fully kit this thing out and mod the fuck out of it, it'll probably only be like about 1,000 to like 1,200 total value of stuff. What are they gonna do now? What you printing? So right now, I'm about to print something very interesting. A flat plane. Nothing super interesting. It's a test to make sure that my bed is level, or at least that the mesh is correctly compensating for the discrepancies in the mesh, or in the bed. So I have, yesterday I spent, and a little bit this morning, I spent basically all day dialing in the level of it to get it to 0.3 millimeters. Like there's no more than 0.3 millimeter discrepancy in the level. Also, cheers. Thanks, Kev. Stay hydrated, folks. Or NSK, who's also secretly a Kev. Hydrogens and 1 oxygen. Chuck some 2 hydrogens and 1 oxygen. H2O, water. Yeah, gotta get that dihydrogen monoxide in me. That oxidic acid. But yeah, this will be the thing that lets me know if I can finally print my enclosure. Because this thing is a little bit noisy, especially when the fan gets going at high, like full velocity. It's pretty noisy, I'm not gonna lie. And I also want to print eventually with some materials that will produce some pretty nasty fumes, to be frank. So gotta make this airtight. And step 1 is making sure I can print across the entire print bed. NSK, I am also named Kevin, but I avoid confusion. But to avoid confusion, NSK. Yeah. Gotta go by the stage name. I get it. So, unfortunately, we're going to be waiting for a minute because I had the wrong material settings on this, so it's going to go through its calibration all over again. But yeah, You know, maybe we'll play a little bit more investigations once it starts. We'll see. I don't know. Because I kind of want to keep an eye on it. But if it's really gonna take 5 hours, I can't. I don't trust the slicer saying 5 hours. That seems way too long. Like way too long. I guess we'll see. I guess we will see. NSK is actually a username turned stage name. Oh, fun how that happens sometimes, eh? That's cool. Bit of a chicken or the egg situation, but now we know the answer. Dak Nabbit snake bear running. Oh, my mind is a long time coming. But yeah, the goal is once this is running and I have the enclosure printed, because once I start that, that's gonna be what I'm using this thing for like a week is just printing the enclosure. But once that's done, I have a few more projects that I want to work on for the home. And then I'm going to let y'all choose things to print once in a while. I haven't completely figured out how I want to do it, because obviously I can't afford to just let y'all print whatever, whenever. But I do want it to be kind of a fun thing that y'all can do. And then, yeah. But then also just like the time, like sometimes things take a long time to print. And maybe I want to print something. But yeah, I used to be called T. Kevin Hines, Nebula Storm Kevin, Nebula Storm Beats, and now NSK. Ah, my name in the music scene changed a lot too. Yeah, Sweet Apple is really the only stage name I've ever gone by, and even then, it's kind of a namesake because it's it comes from the person that I'm named after, so it's not like totally detached from my name, but also it is. It's kind of why I like it, because like it's personal, but at the same time, you probably couldn't trace it back to me without like some substantial knowledge about me and like a very personal level. All right, I got some scrap prints that I'm gonna throw out from calibration. I'll be right back. Isn't it nice to know that the lining is silver? Isn't it nice to know that we're golden? No. Isn't it nice to know? Here we go. Yeah, so it's the whole bed. It's only 10 layers. I feel like 10 layers of the whole bed should not take 5 hours. I mean, I'm much more comfortable in this case to call you by whatever your real name is. I just think of the fruit when I see Sweet Apple. Sorry, I mean, if you don't want to share your real name, it's fine. Just Sweet Apple it is. Yeah, I mostly go by Sweet Apple just because people be weird online, and I'm not like overly concerned about like revealing personal information, but you know, I try to keep it low key. Just also, I feel like it creates a little bit of like barrier from like the parasocial nature of things, where not directed at you, but like people will come in and like after like one stream or like one interaction with me start acting like we're besties, and it's a little intense sometimes. And I found that when I just reveal a little bit less about myself personally, people tend to have a more, you know, healthy dynamic, and then we eventually do actually become kind of buds. But okay, yeah, that's weird. Yeah. I think people are just lonely, and that's so fair, but I think that forming a parasocial bond with a stranger ain't the way to address it. But yeah, so it's something that I do and I found in a weird way just kind of works to set the tone well. So I keep it low key and yeah, but yeah, no biggie. It's not like a personal thing like, oh, you can't know my name or anything like that. I just, yeah, weird thing I found that works, at least for me. That we're golden, oh, isn't it nice to know that the lining is silver? Isn't it nice to know that we're golden, oh. I mean, I've known you for 2 months now, since February 5th, and been active. I'd say I'm the most active guy besides my guy Kev. Yeah, exactly. So like, if you were like, yeah, we're buds, I'd be like, yeah, we're buds. You know, we've interacted a bunch. We spent a lot of time talking together. You know, we don't know each other in the same level that you would, you know, an IRL friend, but I'd say that we're buds. And I think that, yeah, I think it just helps kind of slow roll the relationship a little by keeping my name and like more of my personal details private like that. So it's weird. The internet's a weird place. And I've spent a lot of time on it, like figuring out what makes people tick online. Um and it's so weird that like it seems like, at least for the internet, being a little antisocial in that like you discourage a large chunk of the type of engagement that thrives online. So like rage bait and stuff like that. Like I spend more time blocking and stuff like that on social media and whatnot than I do anything else. But by doing that, I end up having way more positive interactions with people online by putting that effort into curating the people that are like being brought to me through the algorithm, by, you know, engaging in like very specific ways and like heavily, like very what's the word, kind of being trigger happy with the block for just things that seem pretty petty, honestly. But I've just noticed that like certain behaviors tend to indicate a pattern of behavior that is very unproductive and kind of just destructive to talking to people and building connections. So yeah, it's it's funny. I'm lucky, at least. I actually share my first and last name. Oh, what the hell? What the hell? What the hell's going on with this webcam? Man, this webcam's giving me issues. Anyway, sorry. I actually share my first and last name. I don't have the fear of doxing because there's already multiple people that already share my first and last name. I'm not the only Kevin Pata in the world. There's a footballer with the same name. If it were the actual full-on legal name with middle name and all that jazz, now that is doxing. That's fair. That's fair. I also feel like I have a fairly unique name, I'll be honest. It's nothing like, whoa, like it's nothing you've never heard of before, probably. But there's probably not many people with my name where I'm at. And I post a lot of rather incendiary things. My Threads account is just like political shit posting, and I get a lot of really unhinged people mad at me. Like I get a lot of KYSs in my inbox and stuff like that. So I think part of it is also just the I love antagonizing like white supremacists and shit like that, you know? It's just it really is fun. So I don't need them figuring out who I am, you know? But again, like I haven't, if you really wanted to figure it out, you could probably dig and find like that info, but I find that I've created enough of a barrier for most people. And I think that someone who's like truly determined is gonna find it regardless of if I go further. So I'm in that sweet spot, I feel, for me. But yeah, people be crazy. People like are really crazy. Yeah, I don't care. Just Sweet Apple, or maybe just Sweet will do maybe. Yeah, that's cool. I don't mind if you abbreviate Sweet Apple. Let me see. I opened Threads and now I'm moderating. Immediately. That's the thing. Every time I open it, it's just like an onslaught of really angry people. Bull. Some white middle-aged man with a photo of him and his kids calling me an op. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Sweet sounds cute and silly. Yeah. Oh. I don't even use Threads. Hell, I rarely use any socials a lot. Just YouTube, Discord, and I do not use Twitter. Oh, hell no, yeah. Too many weirdos and too many arguments and shit. Yeah, no, social media is trash. I don't really like use Threads per se. I make 3 posts to 5 posts every morning, and then I check it like 2 or 3 times throughout the day and just moderate and block people. But it works as a very effective beacon to gather like-minded people that I can push stuff to. It's helped me get a few people who come in on Twitch occasionally, and then it's definitely got my music heard by people. Not like a ton of people, but it's better than 0. Today I'm pissing off Democrats. Tomorrow I'll piss off MAGA. Gotta purge all the brain rotted people, you know? There we go. It's funny though, because like this is how I know social media is just trash, because the second you get people like really pissed off, you immediately gain just a shit ton of followers. Oh damn, a bot got banned immediately. Some dude called whatever that means. Yeah. That's I have Seribot, and and it just blocks them automatically. Oh yeah, I did troll incels too today. Lol. It's interesting. There's not many incels on Thread. I throw bait out for them every once in a while, and they never appear. I do like, I would say like 20, like 2 out of 3 posts I do are like to get things to organize around, and then at least 1 or 2 posts a day are to troll specific people that I don't want showing up. Oh damn, a bot got banned immediately. Some dude. Oh yeah, I already read that. Yeah. I get at least like 4 or 5 of those Twitch bots per stream. You just don't usually see it because Seribot usually is hella fast with it. But once in a while they pop up for a sec. Damn, you just read that. Yeah. Yeah, my bad. I was distracted. How did you forget? Wait, you sent that twice. Oh no, it's a different one. I see. I think I just assumed it was the last message you sent because ADHD is a motherfucker. Oh damn, Ibaka banned immediately. Some dude call. Yeah, wait. It is. Did you send that twice or did it? No, it's. I see. It's slightly different. Always gonna be where you are. Where you are. Where you are. Oh, no, I see what I read. Okay, yeah. Yeah, that took me a minute to notice. My bad. Oh, shit. Here we go. The print is starting. Oh, God. Please be good. I'm trying to listen to hear if I any scraping. If I hear scraping, the bed is not level. Or the mesh isn't correctly compensating, I should say. Got good adhesion. That's a good promising start so far. Maybe not. Let's see. Speaking of the printing, I know I keep yapping about the 3D printed bracelet Kev requested, but just one question. Are you going to paint it gold like Apollo's bracelet? I might also just keep this one as a prototype because the print quality is not the best on it. So I might just keep this one as is and then either reprint it in gold or print it in like a flat white or something like that that's easier to paint. But I was thinking about that. I don't know. No, it's not sticking. What the hell? Fuck. I'm gonna stop this before we waste a shit ton of filament. Oh, the fucking bed wasn't hot enough. What the fuck? Hold on a sec. Okay. So where you are, where you are. Why the hell is this PETG preset got the bed so cold? Trust me, when we get to Apollo Justice, you will see what the bracelet's used for. It's just not some. It's not just some friendship bracelet. That's cool. I'm excited for that. But yeah, I'm thinking once I get this thing really rolling, I'll probably just print a better one, and then yeah, we'll go from there. Now, how do I set bed temperature? This is a different slicer than I used to use, so I'm basically learning everything all over again. Bridging, walls, ironing, precision, seam, no. Other. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Let me edit this preset. Here, let me show you what I'm looking at. Edit. Okay, so we got the PETG, softening temperature, that's fine. That's fine. Where is the bed temperature? Here we go. This needs to be 80. There we go. That's the problem. That's why it wasn't sticking. Might seem silly if you're not familiar with the tech, but the temperature of your plate has everything to do with your adhesion. It's so important. This just like came right off immediately. And now watch, we're gonna print exactly the same. The only thing I've changed is the temperature of the bed. Has to calibrate. Let me go throw this junk out real quick. I'll be right back. All right. By the way, dude, if you ever want someone to throw down some vocals or anything for you, I'm not the best producer, so you probably won't want my help with like beats or instrumental stuff, but I do produce beats for myself. So if you want to, but like if you want to like link up and like, yeah, like get vocals or like have me throw together a loop or something to make something together, let me know. Because I'm all about just music being fun, you know? I also produce beats, man. Although I do not sing. Yeah, yeah, I know. I've heard your beats. I'm actually trying to pull them up on Spotify right now because here we go. Here you are. Figure we could use some background music. Your production is dope, honestly. It's super clean. Your mix is so tight. I always I always make like the bass and my guitars way too fucking loud because I want to feel them ripping my head off. And then my beats sound muddy as shit, but I don't really care. I'm not really doing it for anyone besides myself. But yeah, your production is dope. Do you use mainly loops or you produce your own loops? Has to get it done. Yeah. Yeah. The moonlight rising, the starlight shining, feel the bodies grinding. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Hello, stranger again. Yeah. Also, yeah, dude, the stream was too awkward with the silence. Yeah, yeah, for real. I don't use loops. That's sick. So you just make your own shit. That's hella tight. I also don't really use loops. Once in a while, if I find one that's like sick, I was just vibing, making that up off the top of my head. Yeah, dude, this shit's so dope. I thought that was a real song. Nah. I'm just vibing out. Melodies, like I said, I'm okay at like beat production. Like I can make a serviceable beat, but it's the top line that's really my thing. Like the melodies and like singing, that kind of stuff, hooks and whatnot. I could come up with hooks like nothing. If I hear a good track, my brain just immediately starts making the hooks. It's just like, oh, this is what the song is looking for. It's wild, but that's just the way I am. I've been making music forever, and I've definitely gotten better at like the instrumentals, but it's just not the part of it that comes natural to me, you know? I feel like most people, some people I think are like amazing producers and songwriters, but I think the majority of folks are usually one or the other. I wouldn't compare to that type of league, but my main inspiration is Daft Punk. Listen to Face to Face and then this song. You'll definitely see the inspo. Yeah, I could definitely hear the Daft Punk with this one for sure. It's got that funk groove to it. Especially like earlier Daft Punk, they really love that like funk incorporation in their stuff. They still do, but it was definitely prominent in early Daft Punk. Yeah, I love Daft Punk. They're amazing. Like, I don't think many people are on the level of Daft Punk, to be honest. They're unbelievably good at making music. But it took me a long time to get here, but I've stopped thinking of it in that kind of way and like comparing myself to others, because it's not a competition. I think at the end of the day, if you make something that you think is cool and you're proud of, GG's, you know? This track is inspired by Daft and Direct because of the BPM and the drums, and Face to Face because of the sampling. That makes sense. Yes, I can definitely hear that. That's sick. It's funny because like genuinely the first thing I thought when I heard this song, however long ago, I think when you first popped in chat, or fairly soon after you first joined, you shared your music, and this was the song that we listened to. Immediately it gave me Daft Punk vibes. Oh, and the vibe of the track is inspired by LYTD. Nice. Very nice. How long you been making music? Because like this is really clean. Lose yourself to dance. Oh, okay. Yes. Lose yourself to dance. I know you don't get a chance to take a break this often. I know your life is speeding and it ain't no stopping. Just go ahead and wipe up all the sweat, lose yourself to dance. I've been making music since 2023. Damn, you're really good for having only been at it for 3 years. Hell yeah. Keep it up, because this is dope, genuinely. Yeah, that's such a sick track. I've been making shit music in my DAW. I knew squat about music theory, but I was having fun. I've improved a ton in 25, 26 when I actually started to study more music theory and all that. That's why I always geek out about music when I can. For example, oh, did you know this song is 111 BPM in an A minor? Hell yeah. I went to school for it, and honestly, I feel like that kind of like fucked up my relationship with music. Because after my second year, my drive to make music just was never really the same as it was. I used to write songs just constantly. I was just unstoppable writing songs. And lately it's a struggle, you know? That's why I'm always looking for like other outlets to express myself through, because I'm one of those people, I have to make something. If I'm not making something, I'm fucking losing my mind. But yeah, my relationship with music is weird, you know? I wanted to make a living of it and all that. And it took me a long time to get to the place where I am, where it's just kind of something I do for the love of it now. But yeah, I did a number on myself trying to make it a thing. And you know, the fucked up part is I almost made it. I genuinely had people like pushing me to get on a festival circuit and like I was like in meetings with Sony execs and shit like that. But everyone was just such a piece of shit, like for real. The fucking Sony exec that I met with, bro, deadass told me, he said, yeah, you know what you need to do to break out? All you gotta do is just find like a really tight song some band no one's heard of wrote and then steal it. Bro was deadass telling me to just steal someone else's music. Like, that was the moment I realized, like, I don't want any part of this. I want to express myself. Like, the whole reason I make music is because, like, I grew up feeling like I didn't really exist, you know, to anyone. And like what I said was never really heard by anyone. And music was the only space where I could like manifest myself truly into reality and be heard immutably by people. And the closer I got to making it a career, the more I realized I was never going to be able to do that and make a living off of it. I also got an EP coming soon, sometime around late April or maybe early May. I just have the last song to finish. I have more tracks in my SoundCloud. On Spotify, there's just 3 tracks. I will add more though. Hell yeah, that's sick. I can't wait to hear it. Because yeah, I like the songs that you got out already, so keep it up. I'm stoked to hear what you got. And yeah, I'll definitely I'll bump your stuff on stream. You know, I'll share it on you know, where I can and whatnot, because people's art should be seen and heard. You know, it sucks to put so much of yourself into something and then no one really sees it or interacts with it. The 3 tracks in my Spotify, Hello Stranger, Subway Dragon, and YSIMM, that's an acronym. They're all singles that will be in the EP. Nice. Okay. A nice little teaser then. Well, I like how the EP is sounding. Louder, harder, faster, stronger. Harder, make this harder. I've been waiting, baby. You've been so much lately. Yeah. That's the process. You just fuck around. Yeah, actually, unironically, this is the process. You want to like write a top line, just like play your beat and fuck around and sing like goofy ass shit. That you were just kind of singing kind of sounded like Virtual Insanity, you know, Jamiroquai. Lol. I don't know that song super well, but I do know Jamiroquai. I really like Canned Heat. Canned Heat is actually, let me cue Canned Heat up. You know this boogie is for real. Other side of town. Down, down, down. Yeah. Way now this I've been left for me to do. Best part about what I make everything. I make lots of genres. Hello Stranger is a hybrid mix of house, disco. Subway Dragon is hip hop, boom bap. You're Still in My Memories is garage house music. Hell yeah! It's always something to be proud of when you when you fully make your own stuff. You know. That's genuinely not something that everyone can claim. Most people can't claim, and definitely not A-listers. Like, there's almost nobody in the top 40s who makes their own stuff. And I'm not even talking about like makes all of it. I'm just like, someone makes the beat for them, someone writes the song and the melody, and they just show up and sing it. And then they get all the credit. Like, celebrity culture is so weird because it's not, none of the actual artists get credit for the art. It's just like brands, these human brands. Being able to make music in various styles is really amazing. I know a guy who makes country, sometimes rock, and even pop. Yeah, I mean, I've been all over. I tend to find myself falling back into like rock adjacent stuff and R&B. Rock and R&B are kind of like my my mainstays, I feel like. But I do like to explore a little bit. Like, I was in a ska band way back when, and then when I was in like a punk band, which is the band that almost broke out, like did pretty well. I'd always like throw in like fusions. Like, we had this one song that just like switched up into like a reggae breakdown, which was sick. This is looking stuck to the bed finally. That's a good sign. The hot end was a bit cold at the start, though. I had to adjust the temperature, but I think we're good. I saved it at the last second. Last song off my EP will be Trap Trap Soul. I make music for all vibes and tastes. Hell yes. That is awesome, dude. For real. Yeah, yeah, yeah. On the other side of town. Rhythm. Yeah, yeah. Nothing left for me to do but all these sad times I'm going through. Just got candy in my heels tonight, baby. Ooh. Man, I love funk. It's so like funk music and disco is just so much fun. Trap soul is fire though too. I really like good trap soul is amazing. Actually, let me show you a song. It's more like gospel fusion. It's like I call it hyper gospel, and I think it's so sick. Let's see. All right, I got that song queued up next. That is inspired by Gorillaz. That is inspired by Gorillaz. If you really follow the band like me, you'd know Gorillaz makes a lot of different music in their whole trajectory and discography. They make dub, house, EDM, pop, hip hop, reggae a lot. Yeah, for sure, for sure. Yeah, Gorillaz is all over the place. Very, very creative band. It's interesting. I feel like they didn't. Well, I guess it's not truly Blur, but it's some of the people from Blur. They really. It's funny just to see like Blur was a pretty significant band, and then some of the people left that and went on to form Gorillaz, and damn, Gorillaz is way more influential. Is that right? Is it Blur, or am I confusing it with another one? Not for me to do, but it's sad times I'm going through. Yeah, my main inspiration for music is Gorillaz and Daft Punk, and Gorillaz is just one guy from. That's it. Yeah. I knew there was a connection to Blur. I can't eat in my heels tonight, baby. Ooh. It's for real, got so much candy in my heels, yeah. Gonna dance the blues away. Oh, let me update. There we go. I realized I haven't changed the stream to. Looks like we're still playing Ace Attorney. There we go. Heels, yeah. Okay, first of all, this is actually printing fairly quick. Oh yeah, it's saying it's predicting like 20 minutes now. What the hell? Bro, it really said it's gonna take 5 hours, like my ass. I don't think so. I don't think it's only gonna take 20 minutes either though. But this first layer is looking very promising. So we might actually get to print. I might actually finally get to start printing my enclosure today after like 2.5 days of tinkering with this thing. Damon Albarn is really everywhere. Bro is in Blur, The Good, The Bad, and the Queen, Gorillaz, Africa Express, Monkey, Journey to the West, a lot of bands. Damn. I mean, when you got the bug, you got the bug, you know? You just want to keep making music. I get it. I was that way once. I'm trying to get back there, but it's weird because I feel like the more pressure I put on it, the harder it is to create, you know? There's the blues way. Yeah, this feels like, I call this hyper gospel. I don't know what Tokyo, who made it, calls it, but love it, I love it, love it, I love it. Girl trip and say I treat her like a groupie, but I never took a groupie out to eat.
See, I've been ballin', I've been poppin', I've been bubblin', I've been buzzin' in my city. Women love me, think I'm pretty, and they confirm it
Whenever they see me in person.
If I said it, I meant it. I said it on purpose. Don't sleep on that furnace, cause boy, we hot. And then my job to make you think and make music that you feel, then these songs should make you sing.
Oh, 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 I guess we never know where we need to go, where we need to go.
Right, feel like I'm Ichiro. I shed light, they need to grow. Fuck them all, fuck they friends, fuck they car, fuck your brand, fuck your blog. It save money, we an army full of generals. Hit and push the envelope and change what they think. It's my job to make them think and make music that they feel, so these songs make them sing like. Where the end will go, will I ever know? Heaven only knows. Where the end will go, will I ever know? Heaven only knows.
Where we at here? This reminds me I should get back to the lab and get cooking on that last song. EP is literally 95% finished. I think I'll see you on Wednesday because the other days of the week besides Wednesday and Friday, I miss your stream since I'm at school. No worries. You always stream at 2 p.m. in my time zone. As I said, I get home very late. So see you, man. Take care. Yeah, have a great day. Appreciate you being here. I'll see you next time. Have a great rest of your week until I see you again. Okay, good. For a second, I thought my pointer finger got cut off, and it looked like I was giving you the finger. Feel like the intro, but better than it's ever been. Jumping like checkers. Also, y'all, if you got song requests, let me know. I can cue some stuff up. Not in my. I'm only beginning. Behold, magnificent. Oh, 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 where the end will go, will I ever know? Heaven only knows, heaven only knows. Where the end will go, will I ever know? Heaven only knows. Where the end will go, will I ever know? Heaven only knows. Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Hey, why are you about to have the hottest tape of 2015? It's stupid.
Bum, bum, bum. Oh, actually it goes up one more. Bum, bum, bum. Bum, bum. Bum, bum, ba-dum. I'm just queuing up some music. Vibe out for a minute. I can't explain this kind of love. I'm on it, I can't get enough. I'm gonna go start. I need to start drying my filament for the enclosure, so I'll be right back. Let this go while I'm going. Only take
Let's go to see the stars and the moon. I'd fly far into space as long as I am with you. The light in my bright eyes when you're near. The fluttering I feel in mine just when you are here. I can't explain this kind of love. It pulls me to you, I want it, I can't get enough. So share this precious light with me. Just take my hand and let's enjoy the things that we'll see.
That happens. Did a little teeny. All right, I'm back. Yeah. So I think I'm gonna. This print's probably gonna take a while. I don't think I'm gonna run off just yet. I think I'm gonna let the playlist play out, and then once we get this first layer printed, I think we'll call it then. Because this is just 1 of 10, and it's taking a minute. I don't think that y'all are particularly interested in sitting here and watching this all day. Well, maybe people love stuff like this. But anyway, I think that's gonna be the plan. Is we'll let this first layer wrap up, and then I'll head off for the night and see y'all tomorrow, or maybe not tomorrow, Monday, with another update. Maybe part of my enclosure finished. That would be nice. Oh yeah. Here's the prints I made for my girlfriend. This is Shrimp, cute little articulated kitty, and this is his big brother Prawn. Very, very cute design. I got these from Printables, the design, and yeah, it works great. I had to adjust the supports a bit, but other than that, they were super easy to print. Yeah, and I see you, they tell me copy tempo. Call me Poppy, that's what she said, Poppy for me, oh. Damn, I got my tempo. Damn, I got my tempo. Damn, I got my tempo. You ain't ballin', be honest, it's the tempo. Damn, I got my tempo. Damn, I got my tempo. Damn, I got my tempo. I'm Billy the Goat, I got wonderful belly. Whoa. And every time I come, go in the tower, go eat a tower. Order sushimi like, oh. Oh, it's something that your sister saw. Don't wanna get involved. Damn, I got my tempo. Damn, I got my tempo. Damn, I got my tempo. You ain't ballin', be honest, it's the tempo. Damn, I got my tempo. Damn, I got my tempo. Damn, I got my tempo. I love how you can see where my failed attempt at the enclosure was. The square section of it. Unless that's the pattern of the heating element, maybe? I don't think so. That looks like it lines up with the print that I was trying to do. The other thing this will be good for is cleaning the plate. The only thing that really gets stuck PETG off a plate other than ISO and a whole lot of scrubbing is more PETG.
Shawty suck my dick, then I get lost in the abyss. I'm a quiet motherfucker, but I like to talk my shit. I'm off for shroom, I'm off for bean, I'm off a whole lot of shit. You could bet I'm in my head, but you could bet I'm in your bitch. Look, these niggas be my sons. Without me, they be done.
Damn. It's so satisfying seeing this first layer go down smooth finally.
Island with my blunt, ignoring all these niggas, cause my energy is priceless. Keep it to myself and staying out the way. Always on my lonely cause I can't change. Seeing how they talking and I'm outraged. Taking care of me, don't need a damn. Look, my energy is priceless. Told my jeweler ice this. I'm way too decisive. Don't catch that ego-itis. When I'm up in London, everybody say your highness.
Not because I'm royal, but because I be the highest. Champagne, bitch, I do my damn thing. Born for this like Matt Dane.
Red whip look like Chastain.
People be so phony, that's why I be on my lonely. People be so phony, that's why I be on my lonely. People be so phony, that's why I be on my lonely. People be so phony, that's why I be on my lonely. People be so phony, that's why I be on my lonely. Lonely, lonely. Champagne, bitch, I do my damn thing. Born for this like Matt Dane.
I like a tall woman with a nice big ass.
True.
Just saying. Like Grammy winner Megan Thee Stallion.
Hey.
Can't touch me like Gojo. Look good at all my photos. Just landed in Kyoto. I'm worldwide, these bitches local.
Arigato. Arigato.
Can't touch me like Gojo. Look good at all. Ay, can't touch me like Gojo. Look good at all my photos.
Getting this to print like this has been such a headache. So the fact that I can finally print a pretty smooth first layer. It's not perfect. It's not perfect, you know. There may be further refinement with the Eddie kit that I plan to get, which is a different sensor. But it'll get the job done for the time being. It is an acceptable level of good enough. Because I ain't finna spend any more money on this for a minute. I gotta be doing free mods for a little bit. Oh man, this is definitely a tinkerer's printer, I will say. It's awesome. I'm loving it, but unless you're ready and willing to tinker to get things to go just the way you want, this is not like a plug and play like a Bamboo Labs printer, you know? The trade-off though is that this is very open-ended, so I'm gonna be able to modify the fuck out of this thing and make it better than a Bamboo Lab. Maybe, we'll see. It'll take a few years, but stay tuned. I'm really excited to get Index in this, but that's gonna take a long time because I just spent all my money, so I'm gonna have to save up because that's not gonna be cheap. It's gonna be sick. And then I want to set it up for like CMKY printing and stuff, so I can do full color, and also have like a few extra nozzles for or extra tool heads for advanced materials or just alternate materials, so I could do easy breakaway supports and things like that. I'm really excited. I'm gonna be tinkering with this thing for a long time, and that's exactly how I like it.
You are the light. It's not on you, it's in you.
But yeah, there's a few spots where the Z offset isn't perfect. Like it's a teeny bit too close, and it's getting a little rough. But it looks fine. It looks acceptable, like I said. And I think when I get an Eddie kit installed, that'll really take care of those fine details of the Z offset. I genuinely couldn't even print on like the edges of the bed. Anything outside of the center was like completely unusable before. So this is massive progress. Honestly, most of it was getting the bed level. That was a massive headache. That literally took me all day yesterday. So, if you see me geeking over something as simple as a single print layer, now you know why. Man, it's so satisfying. There's something special about like tinkering with something, you know, like I could have bought a Bamboo Labs for what I got this for. I genuinely could have. This isn't like a cheap printer, but I wanted that experience of like tweaking and customizing, you know. There's something about like when you put in the work to get something running the way you want it and it finally does. It just, God, it's like beating a boss in Elden Ring, you know? Can you feel the light inside? Can you feel that fire? Fire. Fire. Ba, 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 ba. Ba, 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 ba. Chromacopia. Chromacopia. Okay, I am just a lots of Mama said I'm special hour, blow shit up at home back in Chromacopia, like the way that this is looking. Mirror got me thinking about my bookends. I just need some time to myself to figure me out. Do I keep the light on or do I gracefully bow out? Oh, oh, oh. Can you feel the light inside? Can you feel that fire? Fire. Can you feel the light inside? Can you feel that fire? Fire. What song is this? Oh, Ripstick. I forgot I added that.
Jesus walked on water, I step on blood from my enemies. Way above all the waves, cause they changing. Can't see no friends to me. Switch it can't be the remedy. Every move dignified. Part the ocean like Moses. Up in the moment, I'm wild. Up in the function, I fight. Fuck it up for your night. Pull a couple homies up to kill a nigga on sight. Pulling up with a pipe. I keep my hands on the grip. The bouncer know I'm making music, so he tell me don't trip. Yeah. Got a rip stick for him if he playin'. Ain't no hopscotch dip quick. Yeah, I heard they sprayin'. If I ain't, I'm well connected with a homie on life. Got the whole thing catch it easy. Send a message tonight. Yeah.
This my girl, my slut, my trick, my wife gon' wipe me down. I'm a piece of shit, but this ain't hard to fucking tell. You can see that I'm stuck on a shelf. Believe me, I'm sick to my stomach. I'ma stick to myself. Flip on the beat till I vomit. This for the BI. Little ass nigga with a jazz war, run around town, but T.I. Screaming, free my niggas. Can I, will I? This a rap race. We get face to the ground and a brick in a bottle and a prayer for your mom, and the house thing down. I'm so sick, I go way up on my side of town.
Got a rip stick
for him if he playin'. Ain't no hopscotch dip quick. Yeah, I heard they sprayin'. If I ain't, I'm well connected with a homie on life. Got the whole thing catch it easy. Send a message tonight. Yay.
Look at that life I got. Talk about it with the gang. Do a show to entertain. Smoke a blunt to cure the pain. Got J-shaped denim, my flow so venom. I cheek that pill, but the God don't tell him oh shit. Back in the game to the court side on a short high from the coke that I thought I quit. Like damn, had to go and back it up. And with Sam in the broke down Acura.
It's starting to look like this side isn't quite low enough now.
Got a rip stick for him if he playin'. Ain't no hopscotch dip quick. Yeah, I heard they sprayin'. If I ain't, I'm well connected with a homie on life. Got the whole thing catch it easy. Send a message tonight. Yay. Got a rip stick for him if he playin'. Ain't no hopscotch dip quick. Yeah, I heard they sprayin'. If I ain't, I'm well connected with a homie on life. Got the whole thing catch it easy. Send a message tonight. Yay.
Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun.
I called it bad just today.
Oh, what the fuck?
You hit me with a call to your place. Ain't been out in a while anyway.
Did I do that? Whoops. Romantic talking, you don't even have to try.
You're cute enough to fuck with me tonight. Looking at the table, all I see is bleeding white. Baby, you living the life, but nigga, you ain't living right. Cocaine and drinking with your friends. You live in the dark, boy, I cannot pretend. I'm not faced, only you to sin. If you've been in your garden, you know that you can. Call me when you want.
Okay. Interesting. Oh, there we go. Alright, cool. Sign of the times every time that I speak. Put a dime in the mine, shining on me and I can't leave. I wanna fuck the ones I envy, Cocaine and drinking with your friends. You live in the dark, boy, I cannot pretend. I'm not faced, only innocent. Even in your garden, you know that you can. Call me when you want, call me when you need. Call me up by your name, I'll be on the way. Like, I see Gorilla's Disgust. I wonder what they would have thought of Earth Gang and Damon Albarn collab. Oh yeah, we'll have to see next time NSK pulls up. We'll have to get their opinion. You know what? Yeah. Na na na. If hell's hot, I put the flames on it. I miss my dad. I could care less about that he never had. Let's get it back. Fuck Ted Cruz forever. I hope he gets stabbed. Cocaine and vodka, cause I'm always sad. I'm dying, I'm dying, I'm dying, and everything is upside down. I'm dying, I'm dying, I'm dying, and everything is upside down. Talk to the graves, headstone stack. The demons keep telling me, Brian, get paid. I'm scared to admit. Pray to every God you can. I don't think we getting saved. Jesus is weeping, I'm losing religion. I don't know what's happening. I just know we ain't winning or we'll suck. want you for. I'm dying. All right. Upside down. Dying. I'm dying. Everything is upside down. Yeah. We can't live forever. We won't leave the ground. We stand high forever. Never touch the ground now. Loud knocking. Good weed knocking at your door. Alright, y'all. I think I'm gonna call it here for today. Send you off with this song. See you on Monday. Have a great weekend.
This girl say, Smino, don't you know Friday or day? I told her I'm up on Venus right now, girl, I'm out of your space. And I know we face to face, but I'm out of my body today. A nigga done worked so hard, I ain't even noticing gains. My only goal, get everything I want, then give it away. Cheesecake, sweet steak, plain surrogate, we just doing this shit for the babies. Please use that food, all this passion in me got my adrenaline shaking. You will not set in stone, all that shit that you want, wrote in pencil and crayon. I'm going Crayola, get high as Jehovah, get my final say from the seance. My beautiful angels, my Beyonce. Ave Maria, agave tequila, my mind in the steam, my brain in museum. No God when you see him, connected like seeing the cars that they made a king out of him. Friday fuck, Friday night, driving hot and fuck, ain't got no license. I got all this stuff on my mind. Friday fuck, Friday night, driving hot and fuck, ain't got no license. I got all this stuff on my mind. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5th cup beans. Miami with them bought the coast from me goes to the party. Shit holes in my socks, I've been having these holes on their toes like Crocs. I ran up the pot was the crock, but the sauce on the stew and it be breathing fire. Caucasian drive with no top grade pop, but the Spurs on that B, we outside. The goal wasn't grab it, we're making more opportunities in house. Fortunate photo too, we got some more to do low, but tell me and my wife. I really feel more community than come round here, we got motion. My B right around the front ocean. My bro riding around with explosions. I'm feeling the spirit that goes that I can't be a mirror. The sun, the dog, and the shit that I go through. Sometimes you gotta move when the spirit say so. Okay, Jose, I'm on Quavo. In that flick, it feel like J-Lo. Just wanna lay low. Sometimes